Hi everyone, my name is Ryan Cook with Sonny's Car Wash Chemistry by Diamond Shine. You all know that chemistry, good chemistry, is the key ingredient to getting a clean, dry, shiny car. Every day at Sonny's, we're making thousands of gallons of car wash chemistry and shipping it to car washes all around the world. Formulating car wash chemistry is truly our only focus in Mentor, Ohio. We don't make dishwashing soap, bath soap, or any other kinds of soap. We make the world's finest car wash chemistry. Join me as we go on a tour of Sonny's, the soap factory. To start the tour, please meet Janet Morris, our VP of Operations. Hi, Janet.
Hi, Ryan.
Janet, tell us a little bit what's happening here at the chemistry plant.
Well, let's take a look. We opened the Mentor factory back in June of 2022. We currently have 200 people working on the Diamond Shine team, with 40 working at the factory each day. This includes chemists, chemical engineers, and field reps. The factory itself is 109,000 square feet. Each year, we can produce up to 12 million gallons of soap. That's about 50,000 gallons a day, compared to 2 million gallons a year that we could produce in the old facility. The combination of everything you are about to see lets us make large-scale, quality chemistry, package it, and get it out to trucks quickly.
Thanks, Janet. How many months has it taken to bring this project to reality?
It's been just over 2 years.
Oh, that's great. I mean, it's an awesome amount of work you guys have done. The plant's beautiful. I'm looking forward to showing the team everything you guys have done here. Next, let's go over and meet Megan Wren, our research and development chemist. Let's head over there right now. We're here in the lab with Megan Wren. She's our research and development chemist. Been with us about 3.5 years. And Megan, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do in the lab here?
Okay, so here I come up with all of our new products, as well as testing different materials that we may want to use in our old products, or coming up with improvements. And
a lot of what you guys do in the lab too is doing the quality control stuff like testing retains. Can you talk about that a little bit?
So for quality control, we test all of the bulk chemical deliveries coming in to make sure they're within spec. That's important because we're putting it into our big tanks.
And then we also test the finished goods too, right? To make sure they're in spec?
We do, yes. We test all the products that we make out on the floor. It comes in and we test for various specs. So we test for specific gravity, pH, the acid and base levels, and sometimes viscosity, which are all important.
So we're not only just testing the stuff that's coming in, the raws that are coming in, to make sure they're right, but then we also make sure once we make that into a wonderful car wash product, we test that to make sure it's perfect for our clients, right?
Yes, we have to make sure that everything's going out the same as it was before, and keeping that consistency going.
So I know one of the other big aspects of your job is, and you talked about in the beginning, was doing some of the research and development, creating new products for us. And so is one of your hobbies still making soap at home?
Yes.
So no matter what, you're always making soap. And I think that's, you know, Megan's obviously very, very passionate about making chemistry. I know that when we've brought other projects to you in the past, we've asked you to do, make a new formula, and a lot of times you come back then, within a day or two with a couple hundred formulas. And then that's when the real work starts, right? Trying to figure out which one works.
Yeah, so in research and development, usually it's creating several dozen formulas, and then you pare it down until you get the final product that you're really proud of and that you want to send out as a new product and innovation.
Special people like Megan that make a huge difference for us and our clients, and it's what makes Sonny's great. Hey guys, we're here in the water treatment area with Clayton. Clayton does our safety and compliance. He's our safety and compliance coordinator. And this is actually one of the more important parts of our plant, because it is the base of all of our chemistry. So quality water, making sure we have the right kinds of water, but also how we dispose of the water, and making sure we do that in an environmentally sound way, is critical to being able to scale and take care of our customers for years to come. Clayton, why don't you tell us a little bit about this area?
So just like in a car wash here at Sonny's Chemistry, as Ryan mentioned, we understand the importance of using quality water in our finished product. So right behind me here are our hot water tanks. We have one for soft water, one for hard water, and a third one that's actually capable of being switched to either one. We use a softening system with salt crystals, as well as a reverse osmosis filtration system to ensure that by the time the water makes it into our mixed tanks, that it is of the highest quality. Over here to my right, we have our wastewater area, and all processed water that comes from the plant travels through an oil water separator up into our holding tanks, where we treat it and make sure it's within the city guidelines and limits before we send it out, making sure that we're always conscious of what we're releasing and that it's environmentally safe.
One of the things I think is pretty cool about the softeners and the RO systems, that they're actually made by a sister company, Velocity. So Velocity actually made all of our water treatment and stuff, which is actually pretty cool. We were able to keep that in the family. Yep. Then these hot water tanks behind us, that maybe are the biggest I've seen in a long time, so it's pretty massive. And then we use the hard water mostly for the clean out process, right?
That's correct, yes.
And it's just because it's a little bit easier to do the clean out. Just like when you wash your hands, if you have soft water, it's hard to get the soap off. With the hard water, we're just able to rinse that equipment off a little bit quicker, right?
That's correct, yep.
And then on the treatment before we go to the city, really what they're doing there is like pH, that kind of stuff, making sure it's within spec before we release it to the sewer.
Correct.
And it does go to the sanitary sewer.
Yes.
Thanks, Clayton. Appreciate you walking us through the water treatment. Up next, we're going to take you guys over to the mixing station. Hey guys, we're here at the mixing area and I'm excited to show you this. We've got 3 great team members with us. RJ's been with us for 5 years, Q for 3. They're both chemical technicians. They help make the wonderful products we deliver to our clients. And standing to my left here is Bill. He's our production planner. Bill, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do?
I'm kind of the in-between between the floor and the office. I keep the inventory straight between the raw chemicals and the office. Customer service asks for the orders and I get those out.
You know, it's one of the cool things about the company as we continue to grow. We have to keep up with our customers' demands and it creates roles like what we created for Bill here because we need that sophistication. We need somebody actually staying on top of what needs to be produced and when. Can't do it the way we used to. So it's something I'm very proud of that we continue to grow and create opportunities for folks like you. And obviously, congratulations on the promotion.
Thank you.
Q, why don't you tell us a little bit about the mixing back here?
Oh yeah, this is the mixing area. Right now we have 12 tanks open that we can make a mix in, ranging from the size of 10,000 gallons to 2,800 gallons. We have now 12 bulk tanks, so we can easily just add a chemical by pressing a button. It's made our life so much easier. A mix that would took us 4 hours to make in Wycliffe now takes us about 1.5 hours, 2 hours.
That's pretty amazing. So it's a lot faster. We got the load cells that are making sure that everything's put in exactly right.
Yep, we do everything off of weight.
And like you said, we got the 12 bulk tanks. So when you need to pull something from there, you literally just cue it in the computer.
Yep.
QQ, that's kind of a funny little thing there, right? And then it just starts bringing it right in, right?
Yes, sir. Pressing a button.
How do we do the small ads?
The small ads, we have weight scales here. So we'll put a pallet up there and then we'll just zero it out and suck whatever chemicals we need out of there that way.
And it just pumps straight from here up to the top, right?
Straight from here to the top of the tank, yep.
And then from here, we actually go to filling the product, which is actually where we're going next, the drum filling station with Tony. We're here with Tony Keller. Hey, he's our production supervisor and we're at the drum filling station. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this, Tony?
These drum fillers here are semi-automatic drum fillers. They're the newest of the drum fillers. What they do, they automatically will advance once the technician puts the pallet. He will put, with the 15s, he puts on 9 15s on. It'll advance to the scale, which is directly behind us. The lance will automatically it's programmed by the computer to fill to that set weight. So with the filling of the drums with the weights, we always go we never underfill a drum, so we always want to be at least at 2% of the drum that actually hitting our weight. If it's over 2%, then at least we know our customer is getting the weight that they're supposed to get in each and every drum.
Our customers are always just getting a little bit more than what they're paying for. So we set our tolerances to where worst case scenario, they get the benefit of the doubt.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
So we want to make sure that every customer is taken care of in that retrospect. And with these new machines, with these new drum fillers, they're automatically programmed in order to go from one drum to the other drum by a photo eye. And what the photo eye does, it actually looks for the darkest part of the drum, which is actually going to be the hole that the lance is going to go down into. So the infrared, so you'll see the red light come on, it finds the infrared, the dark hole goes down, it hits that weight, that 2% comes up, and it moves to the next drum. So it does that to 9 times, and then it automatically rolls off of that drum filler scale and goes to the takeoff process. And with the takeoff process, then we tighten down our bungs with our torque wrench, goes to 20 PSI, which is DOT standard. Then the safety cap is put on with the crimp capper. From there, the material handler takes it right off, takes it to the shrink wrapper, and ends up back in the warehouse.
Sounds like you've been doing this for a while.
Just a little bit.
So compare this to the old system back in the old plant, you know, and the efficiencies of it.
The efficiency is it's fantastic. The idea is our old style, which was kind of like the bicycle style, where you had to take it from one drum to the next drum and wait for that. We've increased that by, the old efficiency was 11 minutes a drum, or a pallet, I should say, down to 6, sometimes 5. So the increase of that, and it also alleviates having 2 production team members running 1 drum filler. We only need 1, because while that's automatically filling, we could be labeling, we could be pre-stacking and preparing for the next run.
So super accurate, super efficient.
Yes.
So it sounds like we can make a whole lot more soap,
A whole lot more bulk.
take care of a whole lot more customers.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Hey, we're up top in the mixing area. We're here with Riley, a chemical engineer, which is a job that didn't exist for us a year ago. So I'm pretty excited with the new plant build and all of our growth that we're able to have some talented folks like Riley on board. You've been with us about a year, right?
Yes.
And why don't you tell us a little bit about this area, Riley?
So up top in the mixing area, above each pair of tanks, we have what we call a tree. These trees come from the chemical bulk tanks, and each pair gets all 12 of these chemicals. In the center shaft is our processed water, and then at the bottom they go into those pairs of tanks. The water supply here is quite faster than what it used to be. We can actually fill a tank usually for a mix in about 10 minutes. And then we also have clean in place lines in each of the tanks, so after they're mixed, they can get sprayed down and get ready for the next mix.
It was pretty awesome. One of the things we did in the past was we'd actually fill the tanks with water overnight because the water lines in the old factory were so slow. So the fact that we could just do it almost instantaneously now gives us huge capacity to expand, right? And then we've got some, speaking about expanding, we have some opportunities to expand here too, right?
Correct. We have 2 more spaces for bulk tanks, and those trees also account for that.
And then we also, at the end of this run up here, we have room for some more mixed tanks, right?
6 more mixed tanks.
6 more mixed tanks. So as we continue to grow to meet our customers' demand, this plant can continue to grow with it. It's pretty exciting. So up next, we're gonna head down to the maintenance and bulk storage area, and look forward to seeing you guys there. We're in the bulk storage area and maintenance area with Dwayne. Dwayne's our maintenance crew, been with us for 6 years. Actually was over at the old plant, came over to the new plant now. And so one of the big changes is these bulk tanks, right?
So our bulk tanks are we bring in container trucks of material daily to fill our bulk tanks, and as orders needed, we just keep bringing in more chemicals, and we just go from there.
So this used to be a pretty labor-intensive process. You know, our raw material trucks would show up, we'd have to put a forklift in there and take it all out. You know, it was tremendous, took a tremendous amount of manpower and storage. Now a tanker truck basically looks like a gasoline truck, pulls up, hooked to the back of the building, and it pulls it right into those tanks, right?
Everything is usually by gallons now instead of by drums, and you know we're getting bigger.
Growing like crazy?
Growing like crazy. That's what we're supposed to do.
So when that tank hooks up, there's a manifold back there, which I think we're hopefully get a chance to show you guys.
Yes.
But we just hook it up, right tank, right?
We have a manifold room that will unload our bulk tanks through stainless steel piping that we have installed in the ceiling for our holding tanks.
One of the things this really has allowed us to do is as we continue to expand, it allows us to buy more efficiently. We're able to save quite a bit of money. And obviously it's driving that just ultimately drives faster, drives better value for our clients. Same quality product, so it makes a big difference. Thanks, Dwayne. Up next, we're gonna head over to the label area and meet Mary and have her walk us through that section. All right, here we are in the label area with Mary, and Mary is like one of the last folks to come over. She was in exile over there in Wycliffe for a while because we had all the, you were the last employee there for a long time, right? So the labeling equipment was one of the last things we moved over. But why don't you tell us a little bit about the labeling area and what you do for us?
Okay, we do all the labels in-house here. So if there's a problem or if we run over in a mix, we can make them right away. If there's a problem in shipping where a label gets damaged, we can replace it.
So there's some things about our labels. They're all GHS and OSHA compliant,
Yes.
right? And then we're getting ready to go to some new labels that are gonna be full color. So we're ordering some bigger printers. And then obviously this is an example of our old label. It's a solid color. And there's really no difference between this and, let's say, like this is actually a pre-soak. There's no difference between this and one of our waxes. The new labels are gonna be a better material, so they're more water resistant. So if there's spills, that kind of stuff, they're gonna retain all their information. But additionally, they're gonna be color coded. So you can tell a pre-soak from a wax or a pre-soak from our tire dressing. So it's gonna make a big difference for us. And I think that, there's obviously Just another way that we're trying to stay on top and be the very finest at what we do. Up next, we're headed to the shipping area. All right, we're here in the shipping area with Kai, and Kai is our warehouse supervisor. He's been here 8 years, and what he just told me is 8 years in 1 week, because I think he beat me by a week, and so we both started about the same time. Kai, why don't you tell me a little bit about these flow racks?
So one bay can hold 10 pallets deep, so it'd be 30 pallets just alone right here for one truckload. 300 pallets the whole flow rack can hold.
So about 10 truckloads?
Yep, 10 truckloads.
And then why are they numbered?
Because the guys in the morning, I'll give them a list to what bay to put it in, so I know when a truck show up, it's in 10, so the guys loading the trucks know what bay to go to.
So if like number 10 is George's, that's George's entire truckload is right there?
Yep.
Loaded from this end?
Yep.
Then they pick it up from the other end and put it on the truck?
Yep, same day.
That's amazingly smooth. And so this is one of the big changes from before, right? That we'd have stuff all over the floor.
Yep.
Call it like forklift ballet. It was crazy watching it back in the day.
Yeah.
So it's a lot smoother now, right?
A lot smoother.
All right, guys, we're gonna head over to the bullseye line next. Hey guys, we're in one of the most exciting parts of the plant, the automated bullseye line, and joining me are Matt. He's our director of operations, been with us about 3 years, and Adam's been with us about a year, and he's our automation engineer. Matt came on board right about the time we went from being a small company to becoming a big company. And why don't you tell us a little bit about that experience?
Yeah, it's been like a growth like I've never seen. Within 6 months of me being with the company, COVID hit, so we were juggling growing the business at an unreal clip and trying to keep the doors open. We pushed our old plant to the max, hence why we're standing in the new $20 million facility.
So Adam, why don't you tell us a little bit about what's going on here with all this great equipment?
Yeah, so this automated bullseye line will pump out these 2.5 gallon containers. Each filler does 12 bottles a minute, which at the end of the both lines running efficiently will pump out 1 pallet every 6 minutes. One of the robots does slip sheet inserts. One of the robots does bottle packaging, so it places the bottles into the boxes. And the last robot is a palletizer robot, so it'll pick up 3 boxes and place them on a pallet 3 rows high.
So how does this differ from what we were doing before? Like how much more efficient is this? And
yeah, so how we're doing it before is the operator would load empty containers onto the line manually. They would operate a 4-head filler, and then as they got filled, they would apply the caps themselves manually, torque them down with a drill, basically, and send them off down the line where someone would place them into boxes and then hand palletize every single box.
Yeah, we went from 8 fill heads in Wycliffe to 12 here. With the automation, it's about 6 times more efficient than what we had in Wycliffe.
So 6 times faster, it's easier on the employees. We think it's gonna drive a ton of efficiency. In fact, one of the things we're excited about is that we think this is gonna help us make this actually one of the most economical ways to purchase chemicals from us is to go ahead and buy bullseye. So we're really pretty excited about this, and it's a lot easier on our employees.
Oh, a lot easier on our employees. On top of that, one of the machines actually builds the boxes for us. That takes a whole man out of the operation completely. And because we have 2 lines, that's equating to 2 people.
So this is actually one of the biggest investments we made in the plant. You can see it's going to have a huge impact on our business, and we're pretty darn excited that you guys got to see it. All right, guys, we're here in the customer experience area of the company, and here with Lexi. Lexi's actually been with us now. How long have you been with Sonny's?
Sonny's about 6 years now.
About 6 years, and you're the customer experience manager.
I am.
Can you tell us a little bit about the customer service, area in our company and what you guys do?
Yes. So customer service up here, we work on entering all the customers' orders fast, efficiently, and quickly. We get it out to the warehouse for packing, working on any questions customers might have on stock, pallet sizes, and then we coordinate with our trucks to get them out the door quickly. And then we communicate all the BOLs and tracking information back to our customers the same day.
So this is something that was a lot, you go back just a few years ago, we might ship a truck or 2 a day. And obviously it's gotten a lot more complex because we're shipping quite a few more trucks, right?
Yeah, about 8 to 10 sometimes.
So it's just gotten a lot more complex. Your team's quite a bit bigger, right? 3 people, something we used to have 1 person do.
Yes.
So again, as the company grows, we continue to grow as well to meet our customers' demands, make sure we have the right people and resources.
Yes.
So, okay, I got one more question for you.
Okay.
What is it that you love about customer experience?
My favorite thing about customer service, I don't want them to worry, we have them covered.
So I think it's, that's another thing that's obviously near and dear to Sonny's is always putting the customer first, always taking care of the customer. but it's also, you know, the way you take care of customers is taking care of the people, and obviously you do a good job of that too. So Lexi's a great member of the team, and obviously, you know, big key portion to making sure we get stuff out the door quickly. All right, thanks Lexi, appreciate all the hard work.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Hey, thanks everybody for joining me on the factory tour of Sonny's Car Wash Chemistry. You know, you can see that we took a lot of effort to drive efficiency, automation, really make a world-class facility here. But I hope you also took away that we have some fantastic people working for us. Big part of the Sonny's family. They work hard every day to make a big difference. You know, from signage to equipment to parts to chemistry, this is what we do to make car washing easy.